Let's watch another short one real quick. Um, I don't know what this one
Today
is.
I'm signing two.
I don't know what this is. Apparently Trump's gonna sign an executive order to increase home ownership. I don't know how he's gonna do that. I don't know what these executive orders are. I'm sure that he's gonna tell me right now. He looks very intent. He's staring into my eyes, and like I can just tell he's gonna tell me what's gonna happen. Maybe he's just gonna give. Maybe he's just gonna give like every millennial a house. Maybe that's what's gonna happen, you know? But let's see what he has to say. This is breaking news. President Trump announces new executive orders to increase home ownership.
Today I'm signing two historic executive orders continuing my administration's efforts to help more of our citizens achieve the dream of home ownership. It's called the American Dream. Thanks to our purchase of $200 billion in mortgage bonds, mortgage rates recently reached the lowest level in 5 years. This dramatically reduces monthly payments for new home buyers. The annual cost
Wait,
of the
sorry, I missed it. I was only half paying attention.
recently reached the lowest level in 5 years. This dramatically reduces monthly payments for new home buyers. The annual cost of the typical new mortgage is down almost $5,000 since I took office. I'm very proud of that. I also
Okay, $5,000 on a like average home price of 400,000 is still, like minuscule.
signed an executive order to stop Wall Street and large institutional investment firms from buying up all
Hey,
the single family homes in the scheme to turn them into rentals and make lots of money in doing it.
hell yeah.
We want America to be a nation
Wait, so did he actually sign that? Did he actually ban institutional investors from buying single family homes or whatever? Because that is a pretty big deal if he actually did that. Now, knowing Trump, knowing Trump, there's going to be some fine print here because we don't want them real estate investors getting too mad at us, right? That's what Pride Trump's saying. So I bet there's some fine print here that it's not going to make that much of a difference. But if it really is, if he really is banning institutional investors like to owning a home or like to like using homes as an asset or whatever, especially single family homes, like that would be pretty badass. I would be very proud of my beautiful president. I would unironically for once call him my big beautiful boy.
of owners, not renters. Today, I'm taking action to help reduce rates even more and make it much easier to build new homes in America. The first
Build,
executive
build,
order is
build.
about bringing more community banks back into the mortgage business. 2 decades ago, over 5,000 community banks were offering mortgages. Today, that number has been slashed by more than 50%, largely because of burdensome, unnecessary regulations
I don't know. I don't know what difference that'll make, dude.
that radical liberals imposed on community
Hey,
lenders
that's
for the
me.
benefit of their donors on Wall Street and, frankly, for the benefit of themselves. The result was less competition and higher mortgage rates for hardworking Americans like you. That is why, under my order, we will eliminate the thicket of unnecessary
Thick.
rules and restrictions that crippled community banks. They've been hurt so bad.
Okay, this is deregulating the banking industry, which, as far as I know, has never had any problems before, right? Deregulating banking, like, and particularly surrounding mortgages, right? Nothing terrible has ever happened from doing that, right? Am I right? What?
Badly. We're bringing them back. When more local banks start offering mortgages again, fees will go down, costs will fall, and home buyers will be able to get a mortgage under the more affordable terms that we're insisting on. The second executive order I'm signing today will help lower construction costs for building new
uh,
homes so that home builders can offer
Okay, I don't know. Hopefully, there's another executive order because, okay, building homes, sure, good, go for it, do it. It'll bring the price down slightly. But what will significantly bring down the price was that first thing he said, banning institutional investors. Because if you say, like, let's say you limit the amount of homes anybody can own to, like, I don't know, you could put it at five, okay? That gives, every person one house, one vacation home if they ever make it or whatever, because I know our peasant brained, you know, freaks out in the suburbs always think that one day they're going to have their own vacation home or whatever. And then even after that, you get three more. If you just limited it to like the most houses any individual or any corporation can own at five, that would literally overnight increase the supply of houses like 20-fold or whatever, like, or 100-fold. Like it would be significant. And yes, it would probably drop the housing market like a fucking rock. Like the prices of homes would, that it would get, the bubble would burst, the prices of homes would go down significantly, and you might need a way to like make people, the people that you're not necessarily trying to target, like people who own a single home or whatever, you might need to find a way to make them whole, in some sense. But like building is is gonna do a minuscule amount compared to like actually banning institutional investors.
Americans more affordable options. I'm going to sign them right now.
And it sounds like that's it. Oh, get out that Sharpie, Donald. The only guy, man, the only guy I know that signs with a Sharpie. Maybe do other people do that now? Is that a thing now? Like, our future president's gonna use a Sharpie?
No auto pen. Okay? That's my
Got him. Fuck you, Biden.
real signature. It's not an auto pen like you had in the past.
Yeah, totally. Okay. The first one I was not a fan of. Executive Order number one, deregulating the banking industry specifically around mortgages. I don't think that's going to have very good consequences. I lived through 2008. I wasn't, obviously I wasn't like a homeowner or trying to buy anything back then or whatever, but like I wasn't like working back then. I was still pretty young, but um, so I don't really see that as being a good long-term solution. The second one I'm all for. You can build as much as you want. Again, as long as you're not like decreasing safety standards or whatever to get this shit through or whatever. Um, but there's a reason though. There's a reason that he backed off of his initial pledge of banning institutional investors. It's because the real estate lobby came to him and said, "Uh-uh, you're not going to do that." And he said, "Okay." He said, "Yes, sir, I won't do it." Everybody was on board for it. All of his MAGA people, all of the base, all of the, even I'm assuming like maybe even the most libbed up people would probably be on board for a Donald Trump executive order that said like we're going to ban institutional investors or whatever. Um, but yeah, there was no way that he was ever going to do that because it would just like you would literally be taking away so much profits from the real estate industry.
As part of the Green New Scam, the Biden administration and
The
many
Green New
state and
Scam.
local governments added endless, ridiculous regulations that raised
Classic.
construction costs very, very substantially. With my order today, we will slash
Okay.
many of these pointless regulations that do nothing for safety and add lots of
This is just fucking abundance shit, dude. And also this like yes, obviously I'm sure there are some regulations that don't like necessarily need to exist, but I'm more worried that like this is just going to lead to like shittier development and like people making shittier houses. And the real solution is the first one he said, which he's never going to do because it would, be too much of a blow to the real estate industry. So, okay.